All right, guys. Good evening, good morning, whatever time of day you're watching this. So it's been a while, guys. Yeah, it's been a while. Yeah. Um, I've just been on the low end. The market hasn't been stable as it used to be because of the war happening between Israel, USA, and um, Iran. Yeah, hasn't been very good markets, kind of. And by the way, I took a big hit on Monday after securing about 1,000 pips on gold. I took some entries on silver and boom, market sold against me. And yeah, gave me a lot of losses. So I had to take a break. So currently I'm on a break. I'm on a break. But let's check what does market have for us. So as it stands right now, the market is already looking more like a sell. It's already looking more like a sell, right? It's already looking more like a sell. Yeah, I should have taken a sell this morning, bro. Nah, this was a good sell. But I was actually waiting for this zone. They moved to the supply zone at this point. I was expecting a move to this zone before I take the sell. It almost got there and it's already selling. In my opinion, I would prefer still waiting. I would prefer still waiting. I'm coming, guys. So gold is on a sell. What you need to do right now is to look for opportunities to sell. Opportunities to sell. You don't want to rush into the market because market is out there hunting for early sellers. So you have really to be calm. You don't want to rush into the market and boom. The fear of missing out, then you eventually crash out. So if as I'm going to take a sell on this trade right now, which I don't think is going to play out anymore for now. I feel this zone is looking much more like a gray zone, even based on past history. I'm coming trying to make a transaction. Look at marking from past history. This zone has been a gray zone. This zone, look at it here. Marking from past history, this has been a gray zone. So market often plays around this zone before making a decision. So I'm gonna expect market to retrace back to this point. 75.88 is on there about. Then probably a sell go up on there. Probably a sell go up on there. Right. Probably a sell go up on there. But one really need to watch out for confirmations and all that. People are already selling hard and all that stuff. Yeah. And people are already selling hard. But for real, I'm just holding up. So you're chasing back to the zone. Could mean a sell. But you definitely have to adjust your SL, either 150 pips SL, because market might still play around. But for me, I'm much more confident on this sell only when it comes to this point. Only when it does come to that point. So if I were you, I'll be watchful. I'll really be watchful. I'm not I only want to just jump into the market without confirmations because first off the market is very unstable at this moment. Market is very, very unstable. So I'm not gonna be rushing into the market. I'm just gonna take I'm just going to chill off and wait for markets to play out. If it does sell, it's not a bad thing. If it does buy, rather, the next place we're buying to is this point. We are buying to this point. So, either ways, I'm in for a trade. But of course, I expect a sell down to this point. But I'm going to have an initial push from this point, which might potentially give you a move of about maybe 300 pips to 400 pips from this point to this point, back to this point, kind of. So that's about, yeah, about 400 pips there about. So I like to have an initial push from this point to something like this, guys. Something like this, guys. Markets coming to this point, then back to this point, then boom to the downside. So this is kind of what I'm expecting right now on good. But of course, when I still see this push to this upside, I push back to this point. I likely push back to this point. So that could be a pointer for a more sell opportunity. So if you're gonna push back to this point, it makes it more clear for us to sell. But if I were you, I'm gonna risk very little at this point because remember we still have a liquidity to grab around this point. Market might want to eventually come into our main zone, which is this point. This is my main zone for you guys. And this is why I've not taken this sell or giving out these sales this morning. This is my main zone, this supply zone right here. So I do think market might want to tap here. Look at that was exactly what happened sometimes back. Look at this point. Market played around the same way it's doing and eventually came into the zone two times here and here. Market eventually came into this zone. First came into this zone just as it is right now, just as it's doing right now. First came to this zone, then boom to the ups, so to the downside, so even below where we are currently, so to almost around the same point, then boom to this zone. So I'm much more interested in this zone than where it is currently. So guys, you really have to watch out and be patient with the market. You don't want to rush it. So I think this should play out more for me. I'm gonna be open on this more than this. So I think I'll be more confident with this sell than entering at this point. Right? I'll be more confident with this sell from this point than entering earlier than that. So in a nutshell, this is also tell you to chill up, guys. In a nutshell, this is also tell you to chill up, guys. You don't want to rush in because market is very unstable right now. Market is very unstable. So for me particularly, I'm expecting this to happen. Expecting this to happen. Then we have a strong push to the downside. Either ways, we sell to this point, then no problem. Take a bite to the upside, sell again. And so, but for now, if I'm going to take at all a sell on this trade. My major sell will be this point. I think market should come back to this point. But this should be our initial play out. Maybe chasing back to this point, then boom to this point, then buy to the upside. Then yeah, let's see how it goes. So in a nutshell, this is telling us that we should wait. That is the only thing this kind of trade is telling us. We should wait. There's no point rushing into this kind of trade because for you guys, market is very unstable. Yeah, just a quick gist of what happened on Monday. I took a lot of hits. Monday, not on gold, it was on silver. So I was on this buy. I took this buy on Monday. Gave me about 1,500 pips there about on gold. So let's check. Market to this point. That is 1,500 pips. But guess what, guys? I didn't close. I didn't close. So I didn't close. Market came back all the way to my entry. You see, guys, came back all the way to my entry, and boom, came back to this point. And yeah, if I was on only gold trades that day, I wouldn't have taken any stop loss because I would have probably closed this trade at this point. And maybe not because I was expecting market to come to this point. To this point, I might not have closed this trade either ways. I was expecting market to tap into this one before selling massively, but market never did that. Instead, they played around and just sold off at this very soon here. So it was a crazy Monday for me. I lost more than with profit more than $3,000. It was a crazy one. Yeah, markets just sort of, but it got crazier when I went into silver. I traded silver on Monday. And that one, silver had so much massive drop then. So let's check it out, guys. Silver drop was too extreme. Like for real, I was like, what is going on here? It was so extreme, guys. The sell was look at okay, this is it. So on Monday as well, I did took a buy on silver. I took this buy at this point, took this buy. This closes as good profit. Then at this retracement right here, I entered for another buy. Then boom, market started tanking to the downside. Guys, and you know what? Trading silver is very is kind of much more volatile because it doesn't give you room to really risk very little. That is the truth. Silver seems so much volatile than gold, so I was risking so much on my accounts, and before I could know it, boom, to the downside, all SL gone, account wiped out. Was only left with gold trade and all that stuff. Yeah, so I blew my accounts because of silver, not even gold. So this is just another lesson that if I stayed on my discipline, my favorite pair, which is gold, my only pair which I trade, which is gold, I wouldn't have taken that kind of loss, right? I wouldn't have been a victim of that. So, but of course, it is what it is. It was painful. It is still painful by now. Losing a $3,000 at this moment, crazy. Especially when you were expecting withdrawal for that day. My account was literally at 4K, guys. That day, like for real, it was already at 4K. And I was supposed to close, but I didn't close. So greed, a lot of things happened, and I ended up with massive loss, guys. It was quite a day for me. I wouldn't lie. Or it's been quite a week for me. I won't lie, guys. I won't lie. It's been quite a week. But yeah. What can I do? We keep bouncing back, we keep moving. I've learned the hard way. Yeah, I really learned the hard way, guys. For real, for real. So henceforth, I'm sticking with my goals, nothing more. It's either gold or gold. I tried silver last week. I got bumped massively. Let me use that word. I got bumped massively. So back to gold, guys. What are we expecting? We're expecting a sell where my major sell that I will enter confidently will be this point, or that will give us confidence will be this point. I'm gonna take a sell from this point. Better still, I could still take a sell from this point, this zone here, but that one is not even. It's not a confident sell for me because gold is very crazy when it comes to sell. I don't like selling gold for any reason else. I hate it. I hate it. I don't like selling gold for any reason. I don't like selling gold for any reason. So we could see this scenario as well as earlier explained. This push to this side, then boom like this, then boom, then boom. So without these two guys, without these two, but for real, I don't think I'm gonna take this. But it depends on kind of formations at that point. Depends on kind of formations at that point. So it's either of these two scenarios. I thought it's gonna play out. Markets bounce to back to this point, 84 zone, and sell to the downside because we tested this zone once. Market broke above this, back into this zone, and boom, it's selling from there, and you might have a no retracement back to this point and sell, or you just keep selling to the downside already because this was a clear move to the downside. We broke this neckline, market retraced, and now this is market selling back to the downside. So whichever way, it's already evening. Market is going to close very soon. So there is no point really. If you ask me, there's no point taking this kind of trade and to just chill off and just um, wait for what market's going to do. And probably by tomorrow, and just take a trade if there's an opportunity for it. So there's no point for it. If you're going to ask me, just chill off, guys. Chill off and maybe allow the tension of the war and all that stuff to just go down before you take a trade on gold. Sincerely, sincerely, left for me. I don't think I'm going to take any trade again this month. Left for me, except I see a very good quality opportunity. Yeah, without so much volatility, especially. So this month, with what has happened to me on Monday, it requires patience, guys. It requires patience. So because if I'm going to enter with that kind of energy that I had so much loss on Monday, I'm going to enter with that kind of energy, definitely I'm going to overtrade. I'm going to regain trade. I'm going to be chasing the market because I want to recover my losses. So it's not going to help my psychology. But the best thing for me to do is simply to just chill out, watch out for very quality setups, and just take the trade. So this has been chilling off since on Monday, no more trade. At crazy laws. Yeah, we are here. We're here, guys. This is what it is, by the way. This one starts reality of trading. This one starts reality of trading. You never can tell. You never can tell. You never can tell when you're gonna make that rich loss. But it's left for you to hold on to it and keep romancing that failure, or for you to look at that failure, hold on to it as well, and use it as a motivation to get better in the craft. So it's two things. So whatever option you're gonna take, it's up to you, entirely up to you. The market is not always at fault, and the market will always be there. Right? Of course, market is manipulated and kept selling despite the war instead of buying and other stuff, right? But if I close my trade for you guys, I wouldn't have had any loss. And if I had not traded silver, I wouldn't have any loss as well. Had any loss either, rather. So it's not the market. Never will it be the market most of the time. It's always about us the traders. We get so confident in ourselves. We get to this point where we feel invisible in the market and we just want to risk it all. Yeah, it will always go back to my entry. It will always give me a profit. It can never retrace back to my entry. All of those stuff. So it is most time not the fault of the market. It always falls back on us, guys. So this is me reflecting back on my action on Monday. Having this kind of policy trades that gave me more than 1,500 pips. I should have closed for real. I should have closed this trade, but I didn't, guys. I didn't close. Unfortunately, and I entered again on silver. Mm, one heck of a pay. Something I don't even understand at all. I don't trade silver. That was my first. Last week was the first time I was trading silver, and I tried to trade silver. I think last week. Wasn't that? I think Thursday or Wednesday. Then I took it again on Monday, and boom, it backfired aggressively. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is, guys. So most of the time, market is not at fault. It's always about the traders. Who is behind the screen? Who is behind the chart? So oftentimes, just to console ourselves, we push the blame of the market. But guess what? The market doesn't care. The market is always there. And people are making money while you're out of the market already with a blown account and all that stuff. So this year, let's strive to get more discipline and stay on our decisions without wavering, guys. There are going to be a lot of temptations, a lot of decisions to make. Oh, you see a lot of moves that you want to get a lot of money from, and that traps you in, and you want to just risk it all on it. And before you know it, market is doing direct opposite of what you expect. So this has been telling you from experience that market will not always align with your strategy, and just you can't afford not to keep being disciplined, guys. So there's not too much discipline. We wait on the markets. Whenever either of these plays out, whenever either of these plays out, yeah, just gonna watch out for that. And so see how I'm wishing you the very best this season. Stay active. VIP group. Yeah, my VIP group doesn't come freely. Red Lantern Cinema. Yeah, my VIP group doesn't come freely. I'm gonna drop a number here. You can. I'm from Nigeria, by the way. I don't know where you're chatting from. Where are you chatting from, please? Where are you chatting from? You can hear me. Where are you chatting from? So I'm gonna drop a number here. Reach me on Telegram. So I will add you to my. I will give you. I'm gonna tell you what it takes to join my VIP group, and you can just join right away. So, and by the way, I'm going to ask other questions before I can add you in. Right. So I'm gonna drop this number. My number Nigeria code is +234. Yeah, +34. No, it's not free. It's not free. I don't have a free fare. Not at the moment. No, not at the moment. So I don't have a free group at the moment. Yeah, I'm trying to build one. I'm trying to build one. a free Telegram group where I just drop trade ideas once in a while. But believe me, it doesn't come very often, just once in a while, scarcely within maybe once a week. Yeah, I think I still checked that out yesterday. I had plan of doing something like that, just free for my subscribers and all that. So, but right now, that Telegram group is not very active. The channel is not very active. So I can't really say. By the way, are you chatting from Nigeria? Where are you chatting from? My second subscriber. That is crazy. I'm not sure of that. I'm not sure of that. My second subscriber. That's a long time ago. Okay. So by the way, you subscribed to my channel. Yeah, interesting. Thanks for that. I appreciate that and I appreciate your time here. So from Pakistan. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I just asked you that. From Pakistan. Hmm, interesting. So I'm going to drop my number regardless. You just reach out. I'll conclude that to add you up to my channel, or I just give you free access to myself. You can ask me questions anytime you want. You can I can share trade ideas with you once in a while, and yeah, I'll be willing to do that for free. I'm willing to do that for free. So my are you still on the live session? Are you still on the live session? Are you still on? Uh, so you can reach me on Telegram on this number. Red Lantern Cinema. Are you still on the call? Are you still on the live? So you can reach me on Telegram. You can reach me on Telegram on that number. Yeah, we're gonna discuss. By the way, whatever I'm offering you is gonna be free. Since you said you're my subscriber. Don't worry, I'm gonna give you a free access for you to ask me any questions and I will always share trade ideas with you. So reach me on Telegram. Just reach me on Telegram, we're gonna discuss further. So whatever I'm doing for you is a promise is for free. Right? If you need any coaching, I'm gonna do it for free. If you need anything pertaining to trading, learning trading. I'm going to do it for you free. Red Lantern, that's what I offer to you. So, so just reach out. Yeah, I'm going to check my Telegram. I'll be awaiting your message. Reach out. I'm going to just, yeah, we just discuss further. And yeah, by the way, when you mentioned that you had crazy losses, I've had crazy losses as well. And I was just explaining the kind of loss I had on Monday. The market tricked almost everybody in on Monday with the kind of massive buy we had on gold. Nobody expected the kind of sell we have right now. Okay, this is playing out instead. Guys, this is playing out instead. So we are selling to this point. We are selling to this point right now. We are selling to this point. This zone. The market will have an initial buy to this point again, then start selling. So let me delete this and correct it. So as stated, I would rather wait for this kind of stuff to play out. So this is what we're going to be expecting on this chart. This is what I think we should be expecting this evening, since it's already happening right now. This is what we should be expecting. That's what we should be expecting. So I was saying that losses are part of the game, guys. Market tricked almost all retailers in on Monday, and with this kind of massive buy we had, I mean, I had a 1,000 pips loss profit on gold from this point, and I was like, oh, with this kind of move, and we already had retracement at this point. and it kept on going to the upside. This was a confident buy for me to the upside, and boom, market sold aggressively, guys. And sold back to my entry and came back all the way up here, thinking that this should hold the buy to the upside, and market boom, tanked to the downside. You see, so markets is not just a very rosy stuff. It comes in diverse ways. But what keeps us stable in this kind of scenario is that we get discipline with ourselves. You get discipline with yourself. My country code is 234. My country code is plus 234. That is Nigeria. You can search for it. Plus 234. Plus 234. That's my country code. Plus 234. Plus 234. Plus 234. Yeah. Nigeria plus 234. So I'll say something. So what keeps us in this kind of market condition is simply by we getting discipline, we getting discipline and staying to our strategy and everything we've agreed we're going to see before we take trades. Oh yeah, I think I can see your message now. I can see your message. Yeah, yeah, I can see your message. Sorry, what's your name? Yeah. So we're gonna talk after the live session. We'll discuss after the live session. Nice having you here. So we'll discuss after the live session and yeah. So yeah, let me just say this is a free offer for tonight. If you want to connect with me and you want to grow with me in this journey, that you really want to learn the art of trading gold. Note, I only trade gold. I only trade gold. I only trade gold. So if you want to learn the art of trading gold, you can just copy my number right there on the comment section and just reach out to me on Telegram. I could just maybe create a separate group for everyone reaching out tonight. It's gonna be free. I'm not charging anything for this. And we just have some sessions together and also keep sharing trade ideas together and all that stuff. Basically good, guys. Basically good. So you can reach out. Guys, tonight you are free to reach out. You are free to reach out. I'm all in to help as many as possible tonight. And yeah, we could just learn together, get better together. For you guys, you don't want to be in this journey alone. You don't want to be in this journey alone. Trading is not a kind of movement you want to do alone. You can't be a lone wolf for you guys. You can't be a lone wolf because there are days of you having so many setbacks and you just feel like giving up. You just feel like giving up and all that stuff. But when you have a community and you share your pains and we just um, encourage ourselves, that keeps us going, guys. I remember on Monday when I was sharing the particular community I am in, that I took a hit on gold, and people were like, "Oh, sorry, guys." And others were sharing their pains as well. One of my senior colleague had a loss as well, lost one of his broke accounts that same day, and yeah, that same day, and we're just consoling ourselves, encouraging ourselves. This is the real reality of trading, guys. You can't be alone. You can't afford to be alone. Of course, I've always been a self-taught trader until I started buying courses and all that stuff. Yeah, I'm just saying that it makes more sense and it becomes more enjoyable when you have a community that you grow with. So if you're willing to join my community, just reach out to me on the number in the comment section. I hope, yeah, I'm coming, guys. So if you want to join my community, you just reach out on the number. Okay, let me just type it. Let me just type it. So if you want to join my community, just reach me on the number above. Yeah, let's discuss. Let's discuss. So guys, this is it. Just wait for the market to always do what I was going to do, and you can just write in already. So market is playing out like this. We wait, we wait. So this is the next point. I expect market to get to. Expect market to get to this point before we sell to this point. So my first point of interest is this point right now. It sell to this point, I will take a buy to this point, very short buy. That's about 500 pips to this very point. If buy is enough, then you can just opt out. Of course, I think market should sell back on, should buy back all the way even to this point, from this point, right? So it's either of these two scenarios. I don't expect so much sell again after this, but it could still happen. That's what I'm telling you guys. It could still happen. It could still happen. It could still happen. So it's either of this happening. It's either of this happening. This for now is invalid. This for now is invalid. This one is invalid. So we just wait for this to play out. So regardless, there's a short buy at this point. There's a short buy at this point. There's a short buy at this point. This is a very interesting zone for us, guys. It's a very interesting zone for us. So it's a very interesting zone for us. So let's just wait and let's see what market. So that is points. That is 5100. Yeah, 5100. So take a buy to this point. Opt out or wait for a retracement. Market might get to this point. That's why I'm not going to go that kind of buy. Opt out and allow market to do whatever it's going to do at this point again. So that is it for that. That is it for that. I'm going to be ending this session now. So please, if you have any question, ask in the comment section. And if you want to join my community, join with that number. Reach out to me on Telegram. Just add you all on this session to a different community entirely. And I'm going to be committed to this. It is very free. I don't charge anything for this particular one I'm going to be doing tonight. So I'm just going to add all of you to a separate channel, Telegram channel, and maybe I'll have like a month class review. Yeah, a month class review. Yeah, a month class review, and you can roll from there. And you guys can start trading by yourself. I know most of you guys watching are traders and all that, but you have interest in trading. Believe me, trading is not an easy stuff. It doesn't come easy making money from trading, but it makes more sense when you are not running this race alone. It makes sense when you are with certain community members and you all grow together, you share your pains together, you share your success together, it makes some more sense that way. So, guys, thanks for joining. I'm glad you're here this evening. See you all next time. See you all next time. Yeah. Bye bye, guys. And by the name, my name is Temi. My name is Temi. Top FS. Yeah. See you all next time. I'm wishing you the very best. And just a quick refresh before I go. Market is looking like it's going to hold this point already. But let's see. I'm not taking any action until market gets to this point. So people often get this wrong. I said this is my POI. It doesn't mean I'm going to just enter the market once market tap into the zone. No, no, that's not what I'm going to do. I'm simply going to wait for candle. This is let's say 15 minutes candle closure. Let's go 15 minutes time frame. So the only time I'm going to wait for is going to be 15-minute candle closure at this point. So if a 15-minute candle or a bullish 15-minute candle close above this zone, close at this zone, yeah, then I can take a buy to this point, this very point here. But if the candle closes below this zone, guys, market is definitely coming to this point. Market is definitely coming to this point. Market is definitely coming to this point, right? So, guys, just watch out. Watch out. Don't be in the haste to enter. Don't be in the haste to enter. Just chill out, guys. Chill out, chill out, chill out. Yeah, that is it, guys. That is it, guys. So see you on next. See you on next time. This will be the end of the stream tonight.